Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me.
Hi! How's it going? Reiki partners in crime, right back at you.
I miss my partner. Oh, her energy is so infectious, so I'm excited for her to be here today.
Sorry that I was not here last week. You nailed it though, and you took care of business. Thank you. I appreciate you so very much. Sometimes you gotta just take care of some stuff. Some spiritual shit that you don't want. Challenges. Spirit loves challenges. So today is gonna be fun, right?
I hope so. We'll see.
It's a new moon in Libra.
Okay, so I knew you were going to say that like I know what you're talking about. I know
saying
the new moon, but the Libra?
Leos and Libras are tricky. I don't know much, but I know enough where I stay my distance. I how do I say it? I love Libras, don't get me wrong. I love you, Melissa.
I have a baby that's a Libra.
Oh, right.
I'm going to
I
get you out of my house.
Priestess is beautiful and kind, but Libras have a tendency, they're just, you know, I'm too bold and dramatic, I feel like, for a Libra. I'm too boisterous.
Well, then my daughter's the rebel because that's not her.
We gotta find her moon.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have it somewhere. I just don't know what it is, but okay.
So, well, you had discussed wanting to talk about, why am I giggling like this? Losing our spiritual virginity.
Yes. Please excuse the mowers. It's the wrong day, but they're here nonetheless. So,
Got a little commentary.
So, I mean, basically, not only how we started with the modalities that we practice, but also just how we got on this path in general. So,
Light a candle.
some
Please.
sage.
Oh! We never smudged before or after this.
No.
We're just flying high.
Yeah. Literally. Go ahead though. How did you get started on this path?
Oh, my spiritual virginity got lost when, oh man, I think I was like 16 or 17. I mean, my childhood home is old as, well, is old. Like over 1800s or whatever. So it's got some life to it. So that nonetheless obviously had spooky things happening, but when I would tune in, my dad would be like, nah, you're crazy, whatever. But I will say, seeing my dead great-grandfather in full-on suit at the edge of my bed probably broke the mold for me, because I didn't realize it was my great-grandfather until much later, and I saw a picture of him. But that woke me up. Why my great-grandfather had to come to me at that time, it was prominent, and it just snowballed from there. I met my spiritual guide. I think it was because I squeegeed my third eye a little bit. That was a spiritual virginity moment. Yes, I enlightened to mushrooms in adolescence, and that helped open my third eye, which then opened me up to a level of awareness about spirituality. And so I think that around that time is when I met my spiritual guide, Sonia. And that unfolded dream interpretation, dream dictionaries, and psychology, and wanting to learn about death and that experience. And so it all unfolded from those two moments, I guess. And seeing spirit all the time and not knowing. Is that what happened to you?
Oh God. So I mean, I've seen spirits since I was small. So blocking them because of, my faith, and because, I was constantly told that, yeah, it's going to send you to hell. So But I mean, I've seen them since I was small. So
Wow. So you and you never shut it down because your kids. I
no,
mean,
I
enlighten
shut
you.
it. I
Oh,
shut it
you
down.
shut it down.
I shut
Okay.
it down. Yeah, because I mean, I was born into Christianity. I wasn't asked. I was born into it and placed in there.
That's a different way of thinking.
So I just believed because that's all I knew. But I still couldn't understand why I was seeing this stuff. And telling people, you know, that Bible automatically comes out with us and you're going to go to hell. You see right here, it says this is. So I blocked it.
That's hardcore.
Until I found out that my daughter was seeing spirit too. And then I thought, how could the Creator give this innocent child this gift just to send her to hell? And yeah, that just took me down a whole nother rabbit hole. It just, that was it. Once I jumped in, I wouldn't jump back out.
Once you embrace your children's gifts, there's no turning back.
Yes, and they are all gifted in some way or another. Only two can see spirit, but still.
They can see it.
Mm-hmm.
They're enlightened to it.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't really shut it all the way down until maybe I was like junior high-ish.
Oh, I had a freaked out experience in junior high with the Ouija board.
Oh my God. Okay.
Don't do those.
Leave it alone.
Okay, I won't say any disclaimers, but they're not your friend. Ouija boards are not your friend. You can have other divination tools other than that.
Yes.
Sorry, that was my disclaimer moment.
I was 11 at a slumber party with a Ouija board, and I learned my lesson. I'm not dealing with that no more.
I think I was at the same party.
But you know what? It's so funny how stuff happens for me at slumber parties. I think we were...
Oh, no.
I think it was my 11th birthday. And I had friends over. We were in the basement. And I had this little doll, little brown boy doll. He looked like a brown Chucky, but... yeah. Anyways, so we're all in the dark. We're laying there kikiing and ha-haing, and all of a sudden, this little doll just runs up the steps. Scares the out of us all. That kind of stuff.
I'm sorry. I forgot. That just came up a flood of emotions, of memories.
Oh no.
My friend Marcy had a Chucky doll.
Like a real Chucky doll, not like a fake one.
No,
Oh.
she tried so long to get rid of it. I remember that. And oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie. When he took off, I think I kept him for a few years, and then I gave him and his sister away.
He had a sister?
He had a sister, so it was Corky and Cricket. Yeah. Cricket didn't go anywhere, but Corky took off up those steps, and that was it.
Corky was gone.
Yeah, Corky was gone.
Corky didn't cork it. He flew.
He was gone.
I don't know how I would handle that. I don't think anything has really moved on me like that. Like I've seen things, but nothing's moved on me. That's when there's not enough crystals. Like, I would love to go and explore places, but what if they come with me?
I did that one time at the theater. Oh, was it like kind of downtown? It's an old theater. It's where they did a nighttime after night show talking to the spirits, and it was interesting. I mean, the stuff that there were children in there who had died. My favorite though was being kissed on my cheek.
Oh,
that was the highlight of the whole night for me.
So you went in,
but
summoned.
I did not take anyone home. I made it very clear, you got to stay here. You can't come with me. You're not welcome to come with me. I don't mean to be mean, but this is where you belong, and you can't come back with me. So,
spiritual boundaries.
yes, which I'm still learning.
Yeah, as much as I protect myself, like shields up Buttercup is my mantra. Shields up, having a white light all the way around, calling in all directions, calling in the archangels, calling in ancestors. I still am, there still must be like rips in certain energetic fields because not people. Well, they might be people. I don't know. I'm having a human experience, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Well,
it is.
That kind of gets into what you're talking about, into the spiritual etiquette minute.
Oh, you got a minute? Spiritual etiquette minute.
So, spiritual etiquette. When you come to a healer, do not try to put your junk onto the healer. That's a no-no. It's a spiritual etiquette no-no. We are doing our best to block our own, and especially if, like, you're an empath, you just get a lot. Do not, and especially when you have the cojones to say, I've got all this, I'm just going to put it on you. No, don't do that. That is a no-no.
Big no-no. Mm-hmm. Coming from experience, that's a big no-no. I'm learning, just like you all. Mm-hmm. And it's awful to be that vulnerable and to be that open, and that's an experience in itself. But really, just there's more than shields up Buttercup. There is boundaries set. There are it's kind of a hidden expectation almost, that you expect a person to know that, hey, just because I hold space for you doesn't mean that I take on your shit. No, I'm holding space for you in love and light, mm-hmm. and I am giving you enough room where you feel safe and secure and supported and loved. And I will do my best to send distance Reiki if necessary in that space, but that's it. And until we work together, it's hard for me to offer more. It truly is. Mm-hmm. And that's our spiritual etiquette minute.
Ta-da! So we've talked about how we kind of got onto the path, but where has the path taken you just from those experiences? Because I mean, you got a lot of modalities under your belt here.
Well, it's not scary, it's not spooky, it's, I guess, profound in a way. But what shook me to my core was 6 years ago. I was in the midst of my grief. I was grieving my father's death, and right in my backyard, I just felt I was at the end of my rope, and depression. It wasn't that I was calling it quits on life. It was just that I had enough taken out of me from hurting and grieving that I needed to do something different. And that is when, in a loud, profound voice, kind of like Moses in the burning bush, but my dad told me to meet a shaman. And by meeting that shaman, it was crazy what transformed from that profound moment. Next week, all of a sudden, I had an instant message from a random person, Teresa Wojciech.
Are you serious? I got goosebumps. Okay, keep talking.
You didn't know this story?
No.
Oh my God. So me and my sister Angie were just, on Facebook, and we were in some type of metaphysical community together, and she had reached out to me seeing that I had similar interests and wanted to come have tea with me. And from that moment on, it all unraveled. I met with her and had tea. My sister Angie, took that experience and was, grateful, but she didn't know that it would have unlocked so much. But I took it.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a shamanic practitioner, a shaman. And she also is a Reiki master teacher. And so I began my healing journey, and I had Reiki done. I loved it, every minute of it. I wanted more. Her partner, Fiona, introduced me to reflexology. I had that done. She experienced the amethyst biomat, which I have now. And basically, yeah, after I had those experiences, I wanted to learn everything, and she was able to teach me. And so I went on to learning Reiki, level 1 and 2 and 3, and then obviously the shamanic work. And so I became a shamanic intern, and she had opened up ceremony to me, and that was my first experience. And that brings us to how we met.
Well, first,
anyway, yeah, we'll go to that episode, but
I just want to kind of jump in and say, because when you said Teresa reached out to you, so my story.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I was also
so
dealing
excited.
with a lot of depression. I was with, somebody who was sucking me dry every single minute of every day. And I was just in my bed, and I was like, oh my God, you got to bring me somebody who can help me. And the next day, I awoke to a message from Teresa. I love you, Teresa. Teresa
Check
at
out
Willow Sticks.
Healing Arts.
Yes. In Michigan. So I'm going to say. But anyways, yeah, I got a message from her, and I think the first thing I went to was a shamanic healing clinic where she did a spirit animal retrieval for me.
Oh my.
I was there with my son Christian. So yeah, that was fun. And then I think next she did Reiki. She did not really Reiki, but I don't know what she did.
Didn't you do a Reiki share?
No, I went to her for healing.
Oh, okay.
So it was a combination of Reiki and something else that she just, her shamanic, whatever, magic, I don't know.
She's a very magical woman.
But yes, I also took Reiki 1, 2, 3, and master teacher course from Teresa. I did not go the shamanic route yet, though I'm drawn, but yeah, that is just funny how you say that. Oh, I did learn from Fiona too. I love you, Fiona.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it was just funny how you said that, because I was like, that's how it happened for me.
And we didn't know.
No.
Now we know.
And I think I met you first at the Ana Juania, her transition, or her moving on ceremony. I think that's during the eclipse.
Solar eclipse that
Yes.
happened in 2018.
No,
19. Yeah, it was 18, 17.
17 or 18, yeah.
That huge pivotal
Yeah.
shift for us when we were going in. Sorry, I'm going into Age of Aquarius.
We're there. But yes, that's where
I'm getting a press on my heart. Like, can you believe? I mean, depression is also therapeutic and healing, where it opens you up to a level of awareness you might not have had without going. And it's always beautiful that in order to, to get through the darkness, we saw the light. And how ironic not ironic, we this isn't our first lifetime together, I'm sure. But, just how life brings you these moments. And yeah, I mean, holy crap. Holy shift.
And she can shift you. Because, I mean, Teresa, who, I don't know, there was a place where my daughter was just in a dark place. And I kind of just went with her. It's my baby. I love her. So
If you can't tell the bond between them, oh my goodness.
And so I had to. So I went to, I don't call people for help. I just don't. I will sit in my room. That's it. I'm not calling anybody. But this time,
Capricorn.
I called Teresa. I needed help. And when I say that she pulled my soul out of the pits of hell, I mean that. I felt it. So, Teresa, you are powerful. Powerful. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I hope that we give you enough plugs where you are just booming, because we are indebted to you.
Yes.
I appreciate that so much. Yeah, she has beautiful spaces, sacred spaces that are open to people in Lansing and up north. And I think that all the experiences I've had, vision quests and ceremonies and classes, and Cha is wiping her tears because we got a little emotional. We'll probably cut that. My heart presses right now, feeling all that, because that was a lot. I could have lost my dearest friend, and my sensei, our sensei, took care of her. Wow, talk about that. It's spiritual etiquette and energy dumping. Don't worry, I took it on myself, just sitting next to her, so it's okay. What's next on the agenda?
Gosh, I talked about Teresa and her. Oh my God, I don't know. I've had a lot of people just step in. Well, not a lot of people. I've had certain people step in along the way of my healing journey, which I am still on. Probably be on for the rest of my life. This is it. But yeah, the most recent though was my beautiful sister Kim. I love you, love you, love you.
Joyzy. I'm calling her Jersey. Sorry.
Who sent me, I'm always a tree hugger, but she sent me with a specific thing to do with the trees. And that just,
that opened the
that
floodgates.
little crack that was there. Yeah, that was it. That was like, oh my God.
That's something that we might need to carry on, do outside one day.
Yes.
Because I want to know. I love trees.
It was.
It
was a beautiful thing. I'm not ready to share with you. Yes, not with everybody yet, but
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Because it's a ceremony, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't share everything.
She's
No, especially if you're not her. I'm definitely not sharing everything. But
and if she doesn't share with me, I don't know who she's sharing with. Auntie Bobo knows it all already because ahead of time. So, oh yeah, that was something that was fun. So, yeah, nothing like channeling a great debutante aunt. I had no idea. Reiki moves in that way, and I'm truly blessed in that regard. Where, when you tap in and are attuned to the Reiki energy, you open up. And so I was able to open up during her session, and wow, I have a great person in my ear when I'm with my dear friend, and my coffee isn't sweet enough for her, so I always have to remember. But anyway, long story short, that was wonderful. And
in case you don't know, she is talking about my great aunt Bubble, my favorite person ever. And I love when she shows up. I mourn this woman forever until I did like my own ancestral ceremony, and she showed up, and she keeps showing up to her. So yeah, that was just healing in itself, because yeah, I love this woman. I tell my kids all the time, when I die, cremate me, put me in a plant, and go put me in her grave. That's just it. That's how much I love this woman. So,
and she's like, child, don't you be getting them ashes mixed up with mine.
Oh God.
You plant your tree over there and make it pretty. I have my own spot. But anyway, that's just what happens. And it's beautiful. And and then here we summon her, and I already seen something behind me. Because that's what happens.
But yeah, they're pretty much, she's going to always be around, pretty much. My...
Okay.
That is how I found out that my youngest can see spirits. Did I tell you that story about Aunt Bubble and him?
No.
Okay, so, he comes to me and he says, he's having trouble at night sleeping. He's really scared. I'm like, what is going on? And he comes to me and I'm asking him and he's like, well, this little Asian lady, she sits...
Asian? Okay, here we are.
So he's like, this Asian lady, she sits in my closet and she just stares at me. I'm like, Asian lady? Like, what the... And then I was like, oh... Because if you have not seen my Aunt Bubble, she does have Asian features. So I took him to my altar and I said, is she on here anywhere? And he's looking at all the pictures and he was like, that's her right there. I was like, oh, yeah, I knew it. I knew it was her. I said, you don't have to be scared of her. She is partial to boys. She's very protective. She's just there protecting you. That's all. So...
How did you know she's partial to boys, and why is she in your son's class?
I don't know. Maybe that's just where she wanted to sit. I don't know. But that would creep me out too. But
It's like the monkey on Family Guy.
So yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Forgot the question. I said forgot. I didn't say the F word. I said forgot. I just said
Sometimes when we talk really fast, we can't understand what we're saying.
I was talking about her being in a closet. He saw her. I lost my train of thought.
No, it was good that, at least he told you.
Okay, I remember. You asked me why she was partial, how I knew she was partial to boys.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Because my brother was her favorite. I'm not going to tell you the stories about that, but he was her favorite. So, and of course, being his sister, I was the default favorite. So... I was okay with that because I love this.
Still its default.
So, yes. She still gave me all the love and hugs and kisses that I needed. So, yeah, I'll take the default position because she still loved me too. So.
Oh.
But yeah.
Well. Why, hello. We're back again.
Okay, so.
So, wow. Holy moly. Talk about ancestors coming up in odd places.
Mm-hmm.
I, at the edge of my bed and her son's closet, yeah, the greats just like to do that sort of thing, I guess, to really wake us up.
And I think I'm really just getting to the point where I know what my gifts are. I don't want to be embarrassed or ashamed of them. People will tell me, hey, you're going to, especially brown people, you're going to scare them. I just don't care anymore.
This is
This
who
is
you
who
are.
I am. I'm unhappy when I have to hide stuff. So, I see dead people.
I see dead people. We're going to admit it to you today because we have been suffering in silence for years.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And as we say that, all the collectives like, oh, what do you mean? Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I'm not sorry. But
no,
yeah.
We're not sorry.
Mm-mm.
We're sorry that now you have to deal with us.
Yes. So we are
healers being healed, as you say, right?
Healed, yes.
And I think that's so true. And I think that not enough of us healers really accept that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really hard time for me to accept that. I think that, it's maybe my ego where I'm like, I don't want to be a wounded healer. But shamanically, we're wounded healers. We come from a wounded space. And so just understand that we all are wounded, but we're still going to hold space and help you heal. And we're going to go through our journey as well. But that's something that I have to remind myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but collectively in our small community, there is a lot of ego in the metaphysical community. And there's a lot of it makes it troublesome for us who are authentic to be able to prosper, because we're having to fight off these Goliaths of egotistical, and yes, there is an energy exchange, but money-driven people. And so, you know, it is what it is. That's my 2 cents, I guess. But I don't know, coming from a place where I guess I'm learning about my gifts and learning how to accept it, that I just have to accept, like, hey, this is me. Take it or leave it.
Pretty much. And I'm good with that too.
You know what? Who wants to learn Reiki?
That is right. Plug that.
Plug in. All right. If you want to learn Reiki, join us on October 23rd at a private location to learn level 1. They're blowing leaves right now, so maybe that's a little magical that we're seeing leaves right now outside our window.
Hope you can still hear us correctly.
Hopefully you can hear us.
Yes.
I don't mind. We both know how to yell, so if you need it, we got you.
Yeah.
Level 1, 12 to 4:30, October 23rd. We will be teaching Reiki level 1, and level 2 will be 21 days after. I'm going to have a strict protocol of that. But
And this will be my first time. I'm the teacher's assistant, so this is my first time. So I'm excited about that.
yes. So get ready. Hold on to your hats. And maybe your brooms. Oh my God, brooms.
Broom making. Oh, I don't do. Should we show mine?
Yes.
Okay.
So soon enough, because it's our season, Octubre, we are going to be doing lots of different classes, not just Reiki, but I thought I'd plug that in. But we are going to be making brooms. Yes, you heard it. We're going to be making brooms. For all our witchy friends out there, we want to get all of you guys together, and we need to make brooms. We want to have a class where, you know, we'll have all the supplies together. It's just how you want to make it. I think maybe Miss Mary at Studio Retreat could help us with that. And that is something that, stay tuned for more information. Follow us on Facebook at Reiki Partners in Crime. We will be having a Facebook, yes. But anyway, here's the broom.
Yes. So there's my baby. Handmade by me.
Handmade broom making. I
Yes.
love it. So we need a big stick.
Yeah.
I like sticks.
I bet you do.
Actually, I'm more of a vacuum broad.
Oh,
Little dirt devil
God.
at the miles. I don't know. Hey, I ride a devil.
Oh, yeah. Do we have any other announcements? Podcast coming soon.
Oh, yes.
The Broom Broom Room.
Broom, broom, room.
Yes. There will be 3 of us for that. So,
More, another witch.
yes. And she is the most powerful of us all.
Yes.
So,
Talk about power.
yes. So, stick around for that.
Broom, broom, room.
Before you do your card reading, I also do want to give a shout out to Joe at Woke, because if it wasn't for her as well, I would not be developing my gifts, because she was, that teacher was like, I'm not going to hold your hand. Get out there and do this right now. So, Joe at Woke, thank you.
Oh, big shout out. She's all the way in
Oregon.
Oregon. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And she is doing amazing, and all the love. You know what? I actually got spiritual guidance from Joe as well.
Mhm.
And she is amazing. Talk about an amazing woo-woo woman who is taking charge of her spiritual entrepreneurship and getting it. I mean, she had done awesome stuff in Rio Town, and now she's out in Oregon. So thank you, Joe, so much. Forever grateful. Oh, card reading time?
Yes, go ahead. Oh gosh, and what is Curtis's?
Mr. Milo.
I call him Curtis. Curtis, I love you.
We
He is
love
a
him.
Reiki, is it Holy
Fire.
Fire Reiki?
Master
So
teacher.
yes, find him on. Oh shoot, I'll type it in. My mind is a little gone right now. so-
Him and his husband
Yes.
have a beautiful astrology channel and spiritual channel. That'll be down in the comments below as well.
Yes.
And his husband is a beautiful artist who has
Yes.
beautiful artwork.
And also, he was my first voodoo teacher. So thank you, Eli. I love you too.
They're flying off the table.
Oh, okay. Well, what do we got here?
We have a story to tell here, and I
Alright.
don't know.
Well, I think we have come to the end of this session.
Mm-hmm.
We've given a lot of information. We've given a lot of self, and we may have to do a little staging. But thank you for joining Reiki Partners in Crime. I'm Shakanda,
I'm Clarissa.
and we are glad that you joined us. Next week, we'll have our Purple Minute back, and we will be talking about
How we met.
how we met. Thank you, everybody. I send you
Okay.
peace and blessings.
Love and light. Thank you.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away.